Another day, bet 365. There you go, look. Never done betting myself, not a betting man. Went to Las Vegas, spent then $10, lost a lot. Sue put in $1 and won my $10 back. Huh. That sort of about summed it all up, really. So another morning on our way out of Stoke-on-Trent, and long sprawling city that it is. We spent the night at the top of those locks. I can't pronounce them. I'll spell them on the bottom of the screen for you, because I'm not sure how you say that. Anyway, we got about an hour and a half's travel to the Harecastle tunnel, which I'm really not looking forward to. I have to be honest. I've taken 3 boats through in my little history of canal boating, and none of them have come off well. We moored there once by the festival park, I remember that. We must have come out of the Harecastle and moored where that boat's moored there. Yeah, because I've never actually been this way through the Harecastle. I've always done it from north to south, not from south to north. I don't think it's much difference. It's still pretty crap, I think. Am I allowed to say crap? I don't know. Oh well. Sorry if anybody's listening that shouldn't be, and it offends them, my videos. Well, best thing to do is switch off, really, isn't it? If you find something offends you, then don't watch it. Yeah, look, back to the Canadians. If you got coming over here, pack one of those in your suitcase. Apparently they're protected over here. But then everything's protected over here, so I'm not surprised. Except humans. And we're not protected. Well, some of us are. Bridge 118, so anybody that knows where they are on the canal will know that, oh, he's got to go to bridge before he gets to the Harecastle tunnel. The television aerial reappeared on the top again, as did my camera, because my son likes looking through the camera. I've managed to rig it up so that he can do that. Or he probably did it, in all honesty. As I said, when my knowledge of internet and goodness knows what, maybe I'll be able to switch it on remotely so that you can watch certain sections as we go through them. I don't know. That's a wish list. You don't know what's round each corner, as I said earlier on. You never know. Can be all sorts. So, yeah, there you go. It's before 8 o'clock, 7:51. Another lovely meal. The galley slave. Oh, sorry. The first mate. Yeah, I wonder what that was once upon a time. If anybody knows, let me know. Because obviously there's a little entrance there with the canal. So it must have been important. Somebody bothered to spend some money digging that little bit out there and building a house with its own canal entrance, so they could load something up and export it to the rest of the world. And it's like bars on the window. That's a bit scary. Oh, it goes right back. Bars on the window. Well, perhaps that's decoration, I don't know. It's pretty scary. Oh, that's a bit funky, isn't it? Strip lights. captain does moan quite a lot. Oh, it's cold. Oh, stood up here for hours. That's a new thing that's happened in the last 10 years, is storage. Lovely video about stuff. It's a sign of the times. People have got too much stuff, so they require storage. So they pay. The house isn't big enough, so they pay people to store their stuff instead of getting rid of it. This is a better part of the city. No graffiti. Famous last words. Going under a bridge.
Again. Yeah,
look, I am. Yeah, she's right, you know. I did really want to call the boat Yes Dear. She's even fiddling with my job, but she won't be able to do very much to that side.
We're going to be going through a tunnel.
Yeah.
And it's not.
And what have you done?
Just tucked it in a bit.
Yeah. I don't think she did. She thinks she did, so that's fine.
What the hell was that?
I don't know, I found it.
Did you?
Well, some time ago. Well, that's your fault for picking it up and going, what's that? Well, this is Middleport. Used to be quite famous for the pottery and stuff. There's quite a lot of this area now. It's derelict, full of asbestos and stuff. But people don't want anybody to do anything to it because it's historic. Nobody wants to buy it, do it up, because they've got to jump through hoops. They can't knock stuff down, and so it goes on, sort of like a stalemate really, which is a shame, because it would be good if it got repurposed. And the planners, I think, can be understanding, and it's a lot of money, isn't it, to alter an old building like that. When you can buy a new building. But obviously this is where they used to load the barges up with all the pottery. The only way of taking the pottery before, of course, was horse and cart, and by the time they got it anywhere of any importance, it was all broken, I suppose. So the canals were a bit of a godsend because they're nice and smooth and what have you. Other vloggers have done lots of really good vlogs on walking around, because it's a museum in its own right. You can moor here, and I'm not sure how you get across. Oh, there's a bridge back there, isn't there? So you get across and see how it all used to work. And have a cup of tea. Cup of coffee. I'm sure they want to take your money off. There's the old films. I don't know whether you'll have to look at the other vlogs. Very interesting. We must stop there one day. There we go. Day visitor mooring. No overnight mooring. Oh, so you can pull up there, go in, do your day, and then go and find somewhere to moor. Somewhere else, but not here. Ah, yeah, I can see rings there, look. Don't know whether you can, but there's rings on the side, so that's good. Alright, galley slaves been busy. That's Middleport, dear. So now 8:30, so about another hour, maybe less, before the Harecastle. Stomach is turning, and as my wife says, she's got to stop me from moaning. Well, this is a long straight before we get to the Harecastle tunnel. Got that to see, 2 more bridges and then the tunnel. Mr. James Brindley. There's 2 tunnels here. James Brindley and Thomas Telford, I believe, were instigators of the 2 tunnels. Well, one was built in the 1700s, I think 1777 if memory serves me correctly. Took about 7 years. You'll have to look these facts up if you really want to know. About 7 years to build it. So several years ago, at the height of its usability, there was obviously just the one tunnel, and there was a big bottleneck here whereby they were all queuing up to go through it, because you can only go one way and then the other way. Well, they opened the other tunnel up, and of course then one was North Passage and the other one was South Passage, and that worked quite well for God knows how many years. Again, the facts and figures will be on the website somewhere, no doubt. And the one tunnel started to collapse, the shorter one of the 2, the oldest one, I believe. So they abandoned it and went back to a one-way system again. I was slightly wrong. The one on the left is the old tunnel. The one on the right that is the new tunnel. So we got more up here. We're going through the square tunnel today. Well, here we are. We're filling up with water while we're waiting. Into the well deck. Maybe I can clean the mud off again. Can't be helped with the situation that we've got. So yes, that's Mr. Telford's invention. The noise you can hear is a fan that's extracting the diesel fumes from other boats. With a bit of luck, they won't be getting any diesel fumes from us. And that's the other tunnel that's now defunct, and bars across it. So let's go and read Mr. Brindley's well, I mean, these guys take the they take the credit, don't they? But it's been the engineers, but they're not the guys that actually dug this lot out. They just came out, and I'm a surveyor. I think they're probably a lot cleverer than me. I'm not trying to make that comparison, but it was the real guys that dug that and died making it, because a lot of them probably did die. They didn't have health and safety and stuff like that back in the day. So yes, James Brindley get the accolade for, but he didn't build it, I'm sure. He didn't get down there with a bucket and spade. Right, the funny colour is the iron ore that's inside of these tunnels, and obviously it's quite a big build-up of calcium there on the old tunnel. They used to leg the boats through, and it just took too long. And if you don't know what leg means, they used to put a plank on top of the boat, and two blokes would lie on the top of the plank, and one would be facing one way and the other would be facing the other, and they walk along the roof of the tunnel pulling the boat, because obviously the horses couldn't go down there, etc. Talking to the guy. We're ready to go, dear. The guy in charge of the tunnel, or this end anyway, he's just gone back in his little shed over there, and he's going to have a word with the guy on the other end. And apparently his next trip is at 12 o'clock, so he said to us we can go straight away. Yeah, we can go now, but I said to him give us a couple of minutes with the tank and we'll have that filled up. I'll tell you when we get to the other end, because I'm not videoing this through. This cameraman will be concentrating extremely hard, and I'll need a large whiskey when I get to the other end. There we go. Zoom that in. Can we zoom that in so we can have a little read of that there? That's, you can freeze frame it, and there we go. Average time to travel 40 minutes. We're through. Oh. There you are. I'm glad I'm out of that. Somebody going in, look. There you go. Good luck for you, mate. He was waiting for me to come out. My hands are cold. That's amazingly loud. I wished I could have somehow or another videoed that. Sue's taken over while I get to feel my hands again. I didn't put my gloves on. They've gone in now. So he's got about 30-40 minutes. I don't know how long it took us. 10:26 now, say 10:30. So what time?
Say about 40 minutes.
40 minutes, yeah.
40 to 45
Yeah, it does say around 40 minutes.
Did very well. Did very, very well.
Oh, thank you, dear.
Just petrified.
I have my uses, don't I? That's Kitsgrove then. So we could be coming back this way. We don't know. It does get very shallow.
Oh.
I thought, what's that noise? Sue said, don't worry about the noise. I thought,
No, it's not. It's
it was my head. The hat was rubbing on the top of the tunnel. So you can see how the accident of the bloke that must have been quite tall got knocked off, and the boat was crashing around everywhere in the tunnel, and his wife was up the front, and apparently she came back down to see what was going on. Couldn't find him on the back anymore because he'd been knocked off, so she stuck it in reverse and
try and go and find him.
try and go and find him and finished him off.
But the thing is that
If that's a true
I
story.
mean, obviously he was a lot taller, wasn't he? Because
Well, he must have
your
been.
head was
Yeah, or the boat was a lot taller off the ground, or the draft was higher, or whatever
yeah,
it was.
They do ask you like that, don't they?
Yeah.
They
Well, there's a
ask
thing
you
at the beginning that shows you the heights
you're allowed to go through.
that you've got to go through. Well, that's right. Because there's an awful lot of locks coming. And
Have a drink or something.
yeah, we'll have a drink and large whiskey. There is a shopping centre up there, but we do need shopping, believe it or not. It's hard to believe that, but
We're on the way back.
on the way back, that's right.
Just you know, stuff that
Never mind. So that's your lot for a minute. That's the Harecastle tunnel done, and we came out of it for the first time. OKI got through without being scathed.
well, we haven't been through it before.
Not in OKI.
Not in Oakley.
OKI's managed to come through unscathed. But I'm going to warm my hands up, dear.
Practiced on the others.
I should be allowed to put my hands up your jumper
Oh, thank
to
you.
warm up
Thank you.
my hands.
The fire's gone.
Ah.
Put it on the chimney.
Some of my suggestions aren't welcome. Well, we decided to swap. Decided to swap from one side to the other. So we did keep right, because that one was empty and this one was full and didn't require any work. Last time we came, it was really warm, and there were loads of people outside the Canal Tavern. In fact, that little area there was full. Now look, there's a Lidl's over there. The iron ore from the tunnel actually affects the inside of the locks. Look at that. rusty water. Still don't fancy, you know, if you've got an iron deficiency, still don't reckon you should drink the water. So there you go, that's straight after the tunnel. First lock done. Right, for those that might just think it was a drink, this actually is called Red Bull Services. And I suspect that this Red Bull, that's just me encouraging the boat to turn a bit left-er. Is there a word as left-er? Probably not. Not the most exciting of places, but we have stopped and filled up with water here with James and Amy in the past. There are facilities there. Anyway, there's about 7 locks to do here, as I was saying, and this is Red Bull, and once these 7 are done, I think the weather's coming in, and we'll be calling it a day.